All right, it's time to buckle down. For those on a serious note, that is not switching up on Battlefield and going to any other games. It is time for the devs to open up and talk about the big update that is getting ready to come. We're going back to Cali, y'all. Devs open up about a new update coming, two of them, November the 18th and December the 9th. First update is hitting home on November the 18th with weapon bloom, visibility, and aim assist. Second update on December the 9th, we talk about solo battle royale, casual battle royale, and the infamous audio. I made fun of this topic. If you want to check that out, it's called Hear Me Out.
Pimps and players! Pimps and players!
Welcome to Game Peddlers, the Greens Way.
Before we get into the proceedings this evening, please do me a favor and hit that like button down there and leave your thoughts in the comment section for your boy, man. I really need y'all, man. I really need y'all to hit the like button. Anyway, let's get straight into this proceedings. This couldn't came at a better time. The devs open up in a community update post, and here we go with the first update in November the 18th, California Resistance. Weapon Bloom. We've made a small tuning pass that reduces how quickly the sprint and recoil build up during sustained fire. Bloom adjustments apply to all weapons. It just sounds better saying bloom. While most also receives recoil tuning, these changes make weapons feel smooth and more consistent, especially at long range where we've seen players engage more often, while continuing to monitor these updates and refine them based on gameplay data and community feedback. Next up is lighting. We've made further improvements to soldiers' visibility, particularly when transitioning between inner and exterior. These updates enhance exposure balance to make enemies easier to see in lighting conditions while continuing refining visibility and related visual effects based on players' feedback. Challenges clarity update. We refine challenges, descriptions, and tracking to make your progress easier to understand and follow. Fort London and Portal. More segments for Fort London will be available in Portal for creating community experience, and then the aim assist adjustments. We adjusted aim assist to make aiming feel smoother and more predictable, helping players build stronger muscle memory. Tuning is now similar to the open beta experience. As a result, infantry aim assist and infantry aim assist slowdowns have been reset to match the new values, so try the update before making changes. Note, infantry aim assist zoom snap settings are only active in single player and Portal experience and not in multiplayer. Woo! Maybe that wonky snapping that it does that pushes you away is also a part of this, and I made a video on that too, of how you're aiming down, especially in snipers and RedSec, that sometimes it pushes you off of an enemy's head. But anyway, let's continue. After November the 18th, we get another update on December the 9th, Winter Offense Update, Vehicle Balances. We made an initial tuning pass to smooth out the biggest balance outliner between vehicles. Expect more consistent vehicle combat across the board. Breakthrough mode adjustments. Several maps in Breakthrough have been updated to improve balance and flow. For example, Sector 1 in the Valley now has fewer available vehicles. Adjusted capture zones to help attackers make better progress. Rush mode improvement. We updated MCOM placement on Manhattan Bridge Peak to create smoother attack routes and more engaged objectives. They also made a side note under review. We also wanted to highlight a few topics of conversations where we are actively exploring and testing changes, but we don't currently have a timeline for just yet. Map design size. We have seen your comments about map size and pacing. Battlefield is at its best when maps are offered different ways to play consistent action around every corner. Striking that balance is always a priority, and we are committed to the variety of map types across future seasons. With Eastwood arriving in California Resistance Update, we will continue monitoring existing maps and modes for target adjustments, like what's planned in Winter Offense, while also learning from community creations and portals. The conversation that they're talking about is, if you're into Riddick and some of the blog posts, a lot of creators and some people got together. I'm sorry that I don't know the group of people name that did this project, but they went and they measured map sizes compared to all other battlefields. Like I said, I apologize that I don't remember these people's name that did it, but they measured maps from all different battlefields, and they seen the scale. They put it in a program and measured it and saying how Battlefield is smaller. But this is the reason why they're saying, because they want action consistently. So Battlefield vets are feeling a certain way about that. So that's that topic of what they're talking about. They touched on things like reviewing challenges, making it better. Sandbox gameplay sits at the core of Battlefield experience when it comes to challenges, UI menu improvements, player stats, social play improvements. We are evaluating ways to make it easier to group up with friends and resolve issues that may prevent smooth session joining, and then we got the big doozy right here, hit registration netcode. We are investigating improvements to hit registration. This work is closely tied to potential updates around time to death and time to kill consistencies, as well as bugs such as sometimes dying when behind cover. This is the topic that everyone is talking about, why a lot of people don't talk about hit registration. And to be honest, it's a touchy subject because it's not just a simple fix. It's dealing with coding, and also it deals with network connection and stuff like that. So a lot of people don't talk about it in their videos. I don't like talking about it neither too much, but I felt the need to explain that a little bit. When it comes to hit registration, every game has a problem, especially a first-person shooter. Every game has it at some point, and it's hard to mix the code of the codes in the engine and then networking. Those two things together can be a sticky problem, and that's the reason why a lot of people don't talk about it. They leave it nice and short and brief because it's a lot of technical stuff dealing with that, and the average person is not going to understand it or care. They just want it to be fixed, and it's not a simple fix. Vehicle ecosystem. We are reviewing the overall vehicle experience to ensure balanced combat across all-out warfare modes and maps. Now let's get to the big behemoth that it is trying to become, RedSec. My favorite sector. Audio and performance. We have identified performance and memory issues that can occasionally cause sound, such as footprints or vehicles, to not play consistent on large battle royal maps. Optimization work is under the way. Yeah, I hear my footsteps 24/7 more than anything else. Like I said at the beginning, I made fun of this situation. You can go and check it out on my video. You'll see it. Thumbnail should say, hear me out. Battle Royale solo mode for you solo players. We are reviewing solo mode pacing and difficulty. Playing without a squad can feel punishing, and we want solo to remain a rewarding battlefield experience. So for you solo people, there is a chance, and they're looking at it. Casual Battle Royale mode. We are investigating the potential for a more accessible Battle Royale mode that keeps the core intense but allows for a relaxed play style. For you people that like them bots, like it easy. Armor plating. We are reviewing the current action time and availability for armor plating and provides meaningful tactical choices, and we want to approach any changes carefully to maintain the balance. Man, that animation is crazy. They've been saying that even in labs when I was in it. People just, that was like one of the #1 things. That plate animation is too slow. Tank availability. We are exploring possible adjustments to tank frequency and placement within the Battle Royale. Yeah, I'm starting to see a lot of tanks at the ending. Even though you can blow them up easy, and I sit here and I say that all the time, I'm starting to see it like crazy now. People just sit in tanks throughout the entire game, and it's like, are you gonna do anything? Are you really just gonna sit in the tank the entire time? And they hide the tanks on top of that. But that is the community stuff, ladies and gentlemen. If there is more like tweets and stuff, I'm looking around to make sure to inform y'all. I post all the time in my community posts, so sometimes I might not make a video, but because it's important, but it's not long enough for me to make a commentary, and I don't want you, I'm not just doing videos just for likes and just watch time, and I'm not going to milk certain things. So check out my community posts so that way y'all can see what's going on. I like to engage with the community, so feel free to engage, and if you want, post in there too. This is your boy Green, and I'm out. Be easy. Make sure you hit that like button on your way out. I holla.